For millennia, the foundation of Indian knowledge has rested on four ancient pillars, the Vedas. While the Rig, Sama, and Yajur Vedas are celebrated globally for their cosmic philosophy, the fourth text occupies a much stranger space in history. This is the Atharva Veda, a manuscript often treated as the dark, misunderstood outlier of the four. A persistent myth surrounds this text. For generations, casual observers simplified it as a collection of jadoo tona, the Sanskrit terms for sorcery and black magic. It was described as a ledger of abhicharik, or destructive spells, meant to summon curses against one's enemies. But is this sacred text truly just a primitive book of hexes, or have we spent centuries misinterpreting the language entirely? When modern scholars re-examined these verses through a more technical lens, they identified a structural error in how the language was being read. This editorial introduction addresses that exact confusion, explicitly labeling the historical reputation of the text as the illusion of magic. Scholars found that the verses actually align with the definition of Vyavaharik Vigyan, or applied science. The supernatural elements resulted from a technical manual written in a specific ancient code that few outside the traditional lineages could parse. To understand the science, we first have to look at the Mantrartha Shaili, the specific allegorical style used by the authors. Consider the text's commands to destroy invisible demons. A literal reading suggests a battle with monsters. However, in the technical context of the Veda, these demons serve as poetic descriptions for biological pathogens and microscopic diseases. We see the same pattern in the frequent mentions of mani, or magical amulets, worn for protection. The manuscript clarifies that these mani refer to the physical extraction and precise application of medicinal herbs. Once the poetic veneer of magic is finally removed, the Atharva Veda reveals itself as a sophisticated, practical, medical and survival manual. The Bhaishaj, or medical chapters, provide the most direct evidence of this systematic scientific approach. In this index, Suktas 4, 5, and 6 are dedicated to Apam Bhaishaj, which translates to water therapy. These specific verses systematically detail the distinct medicinal and purifying properties of water used to treat various complex internal conditions. Further down, Sukta 11 is titled Nari Suk Prasuti. This section functions as an ancient obstetric guide, utilizing the laws of physics and nature to assist in safe childbirth. Next is Sukta 12, Yakshma Nashan. This provides a highly targeted protocol for identifying and treating tuberculosis. These are systematic medical prescriptions codified for use by physicians over 2,000 years ago. This scientific rigor extends beyond the physical body and into the health of the mind and the state. The word Atharva itself is defined here as achieving stability of the mind through nonviolence and integrity. This is precisely why this Veda served as the primary strategic manual for the Purohit, the chief advisor to the king. It provided the strategic and psychological tools needed to manage a nation, maintain social peace, and navigate the complexities of war. It was, in effect, a comprehensive blueprint for maintaining a stable and thriving civilization. In the ancient Indian worldview, there was no division between the laboratory and the temple. Studying the properties of an herb, assisting a birth, and observing the stars were all part of a single holistic discipline. The true magic of the text is not found in supernatural entrance, but in the profound reach of human ingenuity. The Atharva Veda is a systematic effort to observe the natural world and use those observations to heal humanity. By treating the environment as something to be analyzed and applied, the Atharva Veda emerges as the most practical and human-centered text of the four.